Hi students, how are you? Today our topic name is motion and force. What do you mean by motion? Motion means nothing but the object should take distance or displacement from one point to other. Just movement is called as a motion. So very important contents. First one is distance, and second one is displacement, and third one is speed, and fourth one is velocity, and five acceleration. It's a very important contents. First one distance, displacement, speed, velocity, and acceleration. This is a basic contents. What do you mean by distance? Distance is nothing but this is a actual length of the object covers by objects, which means one person will move from one point to another point. The total length, actual length, is called as distance. Actual length of the object covers by the person from one point to another point is called as a distance. Distance is it is a scalar quantity. SI unit of distance is meter. So what do you mean by scalar quantity? Scalar quantity is nothing but it is indicate only magnitude. The physical quantity which has only magnitude is called as scalar. For example, 10 meter. 10 meter, the distance of object is, the object cover the distance is 10 meter. 10 is the magnitude, meter is the unit. Distance is nothing but actual length of the path, which means the covers by the object is called as a distance, which means initial point A at reaching final point B. So the total distance is 70 meter. Actual total length is 70 meter. This is the object covers by length, actual length is called as a distance. Unit of distance is, SI unit of distance is meter. It is a scalar quantity. Scalar quantity is nothing but it indicates only magnitude. And next one is displacement. What do you mean by displacement? The shortest distance between initial and final point. Initial position or final position and final position. The shortest distance between initial and final position is called as displacement. For example, A to B. This is 50 meter. See, A to B, the object initially starts from A and reach this path, just take the path and reach point B. The distance is 70 meter. The shortest distance between initial and final point is displacement. So distance is differ from displacement. Displacement is differ from distance. See, 70 meter is a distance, 50 meter is displacement. Distance is scalar quantity. Displacement is vector quantity. So what do you mean by scalar, sir? Scalar is nothing but it is a indicate only magnitude. The physical quantity which has indicate only magnitude is scalar quantity. Displacement is vector quantity. Vector quantity means indicates magnitude with the direction. The physical quantity which has both magnitude and direction is called as vector quantity. So here displacement is vector quantity, distance is scalar quantity. So distance, actual length of the path covered by the object is distance. Shortest distance between initial and final point is called as displacement. Distance scalar quantity, displacement vector quantity. That's why the distance is differ from displacement. So distance and displacement is not equal. Displacement is differ from distance, distance is differ from displacement. Because this is scalar, this is vector. For example, one object, initial point A, and reach the final point B. The distance between A and B is 10 meter. What is total distance? The object covers total distance. Distance is 10 meter. I want to calculate the displacement. So displacement is, this is also 10 meter, but this is scalar quantity, this is vector quantity. Scalar quantity indicate only magnitude, vector quantity indicate magnitude and direction. Distance is a scalar quantity, that's why indicate magnitude. 10 meter. 10 is the magnitude, meter is the unit. Displacement is 10 meter. This is also A and B. The displacement is shortest distance between initial and final point, 10 meter. So this is also 10 meter, but in west direction or east direction. This is west direction, east direction, north direction, south direction. Because of displacement, you indicate magnitude with direction. Same object and region. Just you take U-turn and reach in point A. What is the B to A? Distance is 10 meter. I want to calculate this. The object initially starts A and reach B, and finally once again U-turn to reach an initial point A. Now I want to calculate the distance. Here total distance is equal to, this is 10 meter, this is also 10 meter. So total distance is 20 meter. What is the displacement? Displacement is equal to, this is A to B is positive direction and B to A is again opposite direction. That's why I want to take this negative, because of this is displacement is vector quantity. Now this is west direction, this is opposite direction. So the positive direction is value is positive, plus 10 meter. B to A is opposite direction, that's why minus 10 meter. So total displacement is 0. Because of the shortest distance between initial and final point is called as displacement. The shortest distance, initial and final point is same, that's why the displacement is 0. Distance is not possible to positive negative value, but displacement is compulsory indicate positive negative value. Sometimes displacement 0, that's not possible to 0 value in distance. So this is a main difference between distance and displacement. It is a very important difference. Next one is kilometer per hour to meter per second to kilometer per hour. This is a unit conversion. It's a very important one. This is 1 kilometer per hour is equal to dash meter per second. These are basics. The unit is very important in motion region. That's why kilometer per hour is equal to dash meter per second. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. 1000 meter is equal to 1 kilometer. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So 60 into 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So 1 hour is equal to 60 into 60, 3600 seconds. So 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter, 1 hour is equal to 3600 seconds. So 1 kilometer per hour is equal to 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter divided by 1 hour is equal to 3600 seconds. So this is cancel, this is also cancel. This is equal to 10 divided by 36 meter per second, which is equal to 5 divided by 18 meters per second. So 1 kilometer per hour is equal to 5 divided by 18 meters per second. So 1 kilometer per hour is equal to 5 divided by 18 meters per second. 1 meter per second is equal to, this value is this, goes to other side, so divided by 18 divided by 5 kilometer per hour. This is 1 kilometer per hour is equal to 5 divided by 18 meter per second. 1 meter per second is equal to 18 divided by 5 kilometer per hour. Just I want to take one example. Just 40 meter per second. 40 meter per second. Convert to kilometer per hour. This is 40 into meter per second, which is equal to 18 divided by 5 kilometer per hour. So meter per second is, substitute this, 18 divided by 5 kilometer per hour, which is equal to, this is 1 time, this is 8 times. Multiple this, 8 8s are 64, 4 remaining 6, 8, 8 6, 14, 144 kilometer per hour. So 40 meter per second, which is equal to 144 kilometer per hour. Next example. Second one. Just I want to take this kilometer per hour. 1 kilometer per hour is equal to dash meter per second. 36 kilometer per hour. Convert this 36 kilometer per hour. Convert to meter per second. So 36 into kilometer per hour is equal to 5 divided by 18 meter per second. This kilometer per hour, which is equal to 5 divided by 18 meter per second, which is equal to, this is 1 time, this is 2 times. So 5 into 2, 10 meter per second. This conversion is a very important, easy conversions. 1 kilometer per hour is equal to 5 divided by 18 meter per second. 1 meter per second is equal to 18 divided by 5 kilometer per hour. This is one example. This is another one example. This is meter per second is converted to kilometer per hour. This is kilometer per hour is converted to meter per second. Next, speed. What do you mean by speed? Speed is nothing but, you know well, in lower section, speed is a rate of change of distance is called as speed. Speed is equal to distance divided by time. Distance divided by time. The rate of change of, rate means time. Speed is equal to rate of change of distance is called as speed, which means the distance should be changed with respect to time. It's called as speed. Speed equal to distance divided by time. What is the unit of speed? Speed is equal to, unit of speed is equal to distance divided by time. So what is the unit of distance? Meter. Unit of time? Second. So meter per second or meter second power minus 1. Speed is nothing but rate of change of distance is called as speed. Distance divided by time is a formula for speed. Unit of speed is, SI unit of speed is meter per second. Here, speed is also scalar quantity. This is very important. Why we are indicate scalar and vectors? Speed is always indicate magnitude only, but velocity is indicate magnitude and direction. It is a very important difference between speed and velocity, like distance and displacement. Speed is equal to distance divided by time. It is a scalar quantity, indicate magnitude only. So what do you mean by speed? Sir, how we can calculate the speed, sir? Just we take a person reach in 50 meter in time period of distance is equal to 50 meter. Time period is equal to 10 seconds. What is the speed formula? Speed equal to distance divided by time, which is equal to, what is the distance? The object or a person reaching 50 meter in 10 seconds. What is the speed of the person? 50 meter. 50 meter divided by time is equal to 10 seconds. So speed equal to distance divided by time. So 0 0 final 5 meter per second. What is the meaning? The speed is equal to 5 meter per second means the object or person in each and every second covers 5 meter distance. That is the speed of the person or speed of the object. Speed is equal to 5 meter per second. Speed is equal to 5 meter per second means the object or the person every second reach 5 meter distance. That is speed of the person or speed of the object. So speed is equal to 5 meter per second. Next is types of speed. It's a basics and an important one. First one is a uniform speed and non-uniform speed. You know, well, speed is equal to distance divided by time. And types of speed is two basics, two types. One is a uniform speed and non-uniform speed. What do you mean by uniform speed? The object covers equal distance in equal interval of time is called as uniform speed, which means the object each and every second should take same distance in with respect to time. So uniform speed means the object should covers equal distance in equal interval of time is called as uniform speed, which means the object should take uniformly move from one point to another, which means initially the point A at reach point B in 5 seconds. The distance of is 10 meters. After position point C, same distance 10 meter in time interval is 5 seconds. After point D, same distance 10 meter in time interval is 5 seconds, which means the object covers same distance in same equal interval of time. The object covers equal distance in equal interval of time is called as uniform speed. The object should move in uniformly. That is uniform speed. What do you mean by non-uniform speed? The object covers equal distance, unequal interval of time, or unequal distance, equal interval of time. This is non-uniform speed. So what do you mean by non-uniform speed? It's nothing but see, uniform speed is equal distance in equal interval of time is called as a uniform speed. First one, non-uniform, equal distance but unequal time interval. This is 5 seconds, this is 4 seconds, this is 6 seconds. So this is 10 meter, A to B 10 meter, 5 seconds, B to C 10 meter, 4 seconds, C to D 10 meter, 6 seconds. This is equal distance, unequal time period, non-uniform speed. Which means non-uniform is nothing but equal distance covered in unequal time period or unequal distance, equal time period. Another one is A to B, so B to C, C to D. This is equal distance, unequal time, and equal time 5 seconds, every 5 seconds, every 5 seconds. This is first one is a 5 meter, second one is 11 meter, and third one is 9 meter. So time interval is same, but cover distance A to B, B to C, C to D is unequal. This is non-uniform speed. So you know well what do you mean by uniform speed? The object covers equal interval of distance and equal interval of time, which means the object covers equal distance in every seconds or equal distance in equal interval of time is called as a uniform speed. Non-uniform speed means equal distance, unequal time period, or equal time period, unequal distance is called as a non-uniform speed. And next is velocity. The rate of change of displacement is called as velocity. The unit of velocity is meter per second. SI unit of velocity is meter per second. This is vector quantity. You know well speed. Speed equal to distance divided by time. This is scalar quantity. Velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. The rate of change of displacement is called as velocity. Velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. This is vector quantity. You know well, scalar quantity means the physical quantity which has only indicate magnitude is scalar quantity. Physical quantity which has indicate both magnitude and direction is called vector quantity, which means velocity indicate magnitude and direction. Speed indicate only magnitude. So this is the main difference between speed and velocity. Speed equal to distance divided by time. Velocity is displacement divided by time. What is the unit of velocity? Unit of velocity and unit of speed both are equal, meter per second. Unit of distance meter, unit of displacement is also meter. So unit is same. Unit of speed and unit of velocity is meter per second. And next one, types of velocity. Just you know well, one example. Same example. The object covers A to B 50 meter in 10 seconds. What is the velocity? What is the speed, sir? Speed equal to, well, speed equal to distance divided by time, which is equal to 50 meter divided by 10 seconds. So cancel 5 meter per second. 5 meter per second. I want to calculate the displacement, velocity. Velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. What is the displacement? 50 meter. Time 10 seconds. Answer is also 5 meter per second. Must be indicate direction A to B. The direction is very, very, very important. Because of speed indicate magnitude, velocity indicate magnitude plus direction. So that is the main difference between speed and velocity. This is scalar quantity, this is vector quantity. Speed 5 meter per second, velocity is also 5 meter per second. But must be we are indicate direction A to B or B to A. So that is the difference between speed and velocity. So speed equal to distance divided by time, velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. Next one is types of velocity. Same one, uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity and average velocity. First one is uniform velocity and second one is non-uniform velocity. The third one is average velocity. Same like speed. Speed is classified into two types, uniform, non-uniform. Here types of velocities are uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity, additional one average velocity. So what do you mean by uniform velocity? Velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. A velocity is uniform. What do you mean by uniform velocity? Which means the object covers equal displacement in equal interval of time. Speed means equal distance in equal interval of time. Here equal displacement in equal interval of time. That is one main difference. The remaining are same. See, velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. Uniform velocity is nothing but the object covers equal displacement in equal interval of time is called as uniform velocity. The object covers unequal distance in equal interval of time or equal displacement unequal time. Here very important, displacement divided by time. Object covers equal displacement in equal interval of time. Uniform velocity. Equal displacement unequal interval time or unequal displacement equal interval of time. Both is a non-uniform velocity. Sometimes directions also change. This is also, the magnitude of velocity and the direction should be changed. This is also non-uniform velocity. Not only displacement, not only time. Direction is also very important. So non-uniform velocity means the magnitude of velocity or direction should be changed. Unequal. That is a non-uniform velocity. Average velocity is nothing but total displacement divided by total time taken. So average velocity is equal to total displacement divided by total time taken. The object covers total displacement and total time is called as average velocity. This is a formula for uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity and average velocity. It is a very, very main difference. The average velocity differs from both. So total displacement divided by total time. This is equal interval of time in equal displacement. Object covers equal displacement in equal interval of time. This is unequal displacement equal interval of time or equal displacement unequal time. This is total displacement divided by total time is the average velocity. These are three important different velocities: uniform, non-uniform, and average velocity. One example: a person initially start point A, position A, and reach the path. This is 200 meter. Actual length of the path is called as distance. The shortest distance between A and B is 50 meter. This is 200 meter, 50 meter. You know well, what is 200 meter? Here 200 meter is distance, 50 meter is displacement. You know well. Which means actual the object covers the actual length of the path is called as a distance. Shortest distance between initial and final position is a displacement. I want to calculate this. What is speed? The time period is 25 seconds. Time period is 25 seconds. What is the speed and what is velocity? Speed equal to distance divided by time, which is equal to total distance 200 meter divided by time 25 seconds. So this is 1 time, this is 8 time. So 8 meter per second. 8 meter per second. So 8 meter per second is speed of the object. What is velocity? Velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. Displacement divided by time. What is the displacement? Shortest distance between initial point and final point is called as a displacement in particular direction. It is a very important. Direction is very important. East to west or south to north or north to south, any one of the directions. So A to B, this direction. So displacement is 50 meter divided by time is 25 seconds. So 1 time, this is 2 time. So velocity is equal to 2 meter per second in A to B direction. Direction is A to B or east to west, A to B. The direction is very important. See here, speed equal to 8 meter per second, velocity is 2 meter per second. That's the main difference between speed and velocity. Next one is acceleration. So what do you mean by acceleration? Acceleration means rate of change of velocity called acceleration. Acceleration equal to change in velocity divided by time. Change in velocity divided by time. Rate means time. The rate of change of velocity. The rate of change of velocity called acceleration. The change in velocity divided by time is nothing but acceleration. Accelerate. The object should be accelerate from initial point to final point, initial point, one point to another point, or initial position to final position. So acceleration. How we can to accelerate? How much of acceleration is possible? In value is change in velocity divided by time. So what do you mean by change in velocity? Change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity. Final velocity minus initial velocity is called as change in velocity. Acceleration, rate of change of velocity called acceleration. Change in velocity divided by time is called acceleration. What do you mean by change in velocity? Change in velocity is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity. The difference between final and initial velocity is called change in velocity. Just acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time is acceleration. I want to take final velocity. Symbol of final velocity is V. Symbol of initial velocity is U. You know well time period symbol is T. So the acceleration A is equal to final velocity V minus initial velocity U divided by time T. This is the formula of acceleration. A is equal to V minus U divided by T. A is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. Acceleration is equal to change in velocity divided by time. The difference between final and initial velocity with respect to time. The rate of change of velocity called acceleration. What is unit of acceleration? Unit of velocity is meter per second. The difference between velocity is meter per second. Get meter per second divided by time. Another 1 second. So meter per second divided by second, which is equal to meter per second square or meter per second minus 2. This is a unit of acceleration. Acceleration is equal to change in velocity divided by time. Or what do you mean by change in velocity? Final velocity minus initial velocity. So acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. So A is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. V minus U is nothing but this is change in velocity. So change in velocity, rate of change of velocity called acceleration. Unit of acceleration is meter per second square or meter second power minus 2. For example, a car at rest starts to travel a straight line path. A car at rest means initial position is 0, initial velocity is 0. A car at rest starts to travel in straight line path. It reaches a velocity of 12 meter per second. Reaches 12 meter per second, which means final velocity. In time period is 4 seconds. What is its acceleration? Very easy. Just I want to take first one data. What is initial velocity? Just one symbol. A car initially at rest. So what is the initial velocity? U is equal to 0. Because of a car at rest starts to travel. Rest means here initial position. So initial velocity 0. At the time period, initial time period is also 0. At reach, see, it reaches a velocity of 12 meter per second in 4 seconds. Oh, final velocity. See, this is a final velocity. What is the final velocity? 12 meter per second, time t is equal to 4 seconds. I want to calculate acceleration. What is acceleration? Acceleration is equal to change in velocity divided by time. Final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. So acceleration A is equal to, what is the final velocity? 12 meter per second minus initial velocity 0 divided by time interval 4 minus 0, so 4 seconds. Acceleration A is equal to 12 meter per second divided by 4 seconds. 12 meter per second divided by 4 seconds. So acceleration is equal to, cancel this one time, this is 3 times. So 3 meter per second divided by second. So meter per second square. The acceleration of car is 3 meter per second square. What do you mean by 3 meter per second square? The acceleration of car is A is equal to 3 meter per second square, which means A is equal to 3 meter per second divided by second. Each and every second, the velocity of car is 3 meter per second. That is the acceleration of car. So the acceleration of car is 3 meter per second will change with respect to time. So 3 meter per second velocity will change per second. That is acceleration. Acceleration nothing but change in velocity divided by time. The rate of change of velocity called as acceleration. So the acceleration of car is 3 meter per second, every second changes. That is the acceleration of car. So A is equal to 3 meter per second square is the acceleration of car. Next is types of acceleration. One is positive acceleration, another one is negative acceleration. There is a positive acceleration, another one is negative acceleration. So what do you mean by positive acceleration? Acceleration A is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. The change in velocity with respect to time is called as acceleration. The rate of change of velocity increases with respect to time is called as positive acceleration. Which means initially the car initial velocity of car is 20 meter per second. After time t, the car attained 30 meter per second. Final velocity 30 meter per second. Which means the change in velocity increases with respect to time is called as positive acceleration. The change in velocity decreases with respect to time is called as negative acceleration or retardation. Which means just I want to take one car moving at a speed of 50 meter per second. We are applying brake. The car should be attained rest after time t. So the change in velocity decreases. That is called as retardation, which means negative acceleration. Initially the car moves slowly and after time t attained the velocity of car is increases. Initial position to first gear to second gear, third gear and fourth gear. This is a positive acceleration. We are applying brake. The speed of car, the velocity of car is randomly reduced. That is negative acceleration, which means retardation. So the positive acceleration, this is negative acceleration. The change in velocity increases with respect to time is called as positive acceleration. The change in velocity is decreases with respect to time is called as negative acceleration or retardation. So an example, Geeta takes 50 minutes from her house to reach her school on a bicycle. If the bicycle has a speed of 2 meters per second, speed is a 2 meters per second, time is a 15 minutes. Calculate the distance between the house and school. This is very important. Measurement is distance. You know well, speed equal to formula. First the data. Collect the data. First one, time t is equal to 15 minutes. So it is equal to 15 into 1 minute equal to 60 seconds. Multiple this. 6 5s are 0, 30. Remaining 3, 6, 9. This 0, 90 seconds. Time is equal to 900 seconds. And speed of bicycle is equal to, speed is equal to 2 meter per second. I want to calculate this. What is this? Distance is equal to what? You know the formula. Speed equal to distance divided by time, which is equal to distance. Don't know distance divided by time is equal to 900 seconds. Just speed equal to distance divided by time. I want to calculate this distance. Distance is equal to speed into time. So distance is equal to what is speed value? 2 meter per second. So 2 meter per second into time is 900 seconds. Second cancel. 9 into 2, 18. This to 0. 1800 meter. 1800 meter. This is a distance. Geeta's house and the school. This is a very distance between house. I mean the Geeta's house and the school. So D is equal to 1800 meter. Dear students, this is a very important basic topics. That's why the videos, don't skip these videos and don't skip this each and every second. So basic topics important. So don't skip this video. So practice well and read well. Thank you.